Hi, I'm Dan Godsall. I am the founder of a little company called Wamba, which stands for Work, Me and the Baby. And we work with companies to support people back into the workplace after they've had kids. And my experience, the reason I do that, because my background is in financial services, is because I had the great fortune of spending 7 months as a stay-at-home dad to my little boy, Jesse, which is an experience that most men don't get to have. I definitely recommend more men do it. But the experience of being off with Jesse taught me so much about what it's like to be a stay-at-home parent and how hard that is, and therefore how hard it is to go back to work. But also because there are so few stay-at-home dads and my social network became entirely mums, it was the first time in my life as a straight white man that I realised what it felt like to be different, to be, for want of a better expression, the odd one out. And so that made me really thoughtful about diversity and inclusion and led me on this journey where my career now, having been in banking for 27 years, now my career is totally focused on diversity and inclusion and creating more access for people from minority and marginalised groups, particularly to get them back into the workplace. And there was one quote, I've just started reading this book called The Descent of Man by Grayson Perry, which I would highly recommend, very funny, but it is a criticism of what he calls default man, which is basically all the white men in positions of power. But in this, there was a particular line I like, which says, John Scalzi, in his blog Whatever, thought that being a straight white male was like playing the computer game called Life with a difficulty setting on easy. If you are a default man, you look like power. And I think that's what I've learned over the last few years, is that it's hard to appreciate how easy life is for you when you are a white man in the UK until you step out of the norm and into a different domain. In this case, for me, it was stepping into childcare, and suddenly find yourself on territory where you're not the norm. So, a great lesson in terms of giving me an appreciation of what it's like to be different.